Hello and welcome to this edition of Mornings. I'm Carlos Puentes.
And I'm Alexa Duffy. Today is Tuesday, November 11th, and it is an E-Day here at North Penn High School. Carlos, how much do you know about the military?
Not much. Do you think Mr. Brumbaugh could fix that?
I think he can, and he is here to test your military knowledge in this week's Rimbaud Challenge.
Hey, welcome to this week's Rimbaud Challenge. This week's challenge question has a little to do with war and history. Are you ready? Here goes. What was the only U.S. military academy to lose students during a war? The answer when we get back.
So Alexa, how much do you know about Veterans Day?
Well, I would certainly like to know more.
Well, Lauren Schwartz is here to tell you more.
Today, we honor our veterans for their patriotism and willingness to serve and sacrifice for our country for the common good. Armistice Day was formerly known as Veterans Day. Veterans Day was formerly known as Armistice Day to commemorate the end of World War I. The armistice was signed on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. The name was changed to Veterans Day in 1954. We thank our veterans for their service for our country.
The North Penn men's water polo team finished up their season with the PA State Championships held here at North Penn High School this past weekend. After gaining the #1 overall seed, North Penn would move on to the final match with wins over North Allegheny 14-5 and over Cumberland Valley 12-9. In the final match, North Penn would battle hard against Wilson but fell 14-9, finishing second in the state. The incredible season for the Knights included an undefeated regular season and a Beast of the East tournament title.
The North Penn Marching Knights traveled to Annapolis, Maryland a week ago to compete in the Northeast Regional Music in Motion competition. The band was crowned champions with an overall score of 94.95. Special recognition was also given to the Marching Knights for Best Visual Performance.
So Alexa, it was a busy week for North Penn sports, wasn't it?
Definitely. I mean, football playoffs, states for water polo.
North Penn news reporter Lauren Schwartz has more.
In the first round of district playoffs, the North Penn Knights fell to the Westchester Henderson Warriors by a score of 40-13. It may have been an early exit from the postseason, but the Knights exceeded expectations in the regular season. They had a 6-1 record in the league with the ultimate victory over Pennsbury 24-21 on senior night. Congratulations to the 2014 Conference Champion Knights on an excellent season. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Lauren Schwartz.
The Youth Education Association recently held a Halloween party for North Penn children's staff. Here to tell us more is North Penn News reporter Elena Berkowitz.
This is a Halloween party for the YEA Club.
Children of North Penn teachers and those involved in the Kitty Corner program were invited to dress up as their favorite character and play Halloween-themed games.
We set up the senior camp with a bunch of Halloween decorations.
Students had a chance to work with kids in the community, and they would come out and they dressed up and they did crafts and activities.
In addition, they participated in beanbag tossing and parachute games.
We're gonna wrap the kids in toilet paper and make them like mummies.
Me, along with one other girl, we did face painting at the Halloween party, and a lot of the kids actually really enjoyed it.
The party was also stocked with lots of Halloween-themed snacks and baked goods. After playing games, the children were able to pick out prizes out of a Halloween bucket. The club had a great turnout this year, and the event was a huge success.
It was just a good opportunity for us to get involved with the kids of the community, and they had a lot of fun.
The YEA Club is looking forward to planning their next party. Reporting for North Penn Television, I'm Elena Berkowitz.
So Alexa, how much do you like dodgeball?
Oh my gosh, it's my favorite thing to do in gym.
Well, Chris Makoviak is here to report on a student who went across the world just to play.
It was only a few years ago that North Penn High School senior Megan Fricker would be introduced to the sport of dodgeball at a local YMCA. Little did Megan know that later on her new sport would provide her with the experience of a lifetime.
So I started playing dodgeball at the YMCA when I was a kid, and then when I was in middle school we met up with another YMCA who had classes and leagues already started, and then I started going to competitive, I started going to competitions with them and stuff, so from there it just took off.
Fricker's new hobby would take her to various tournaments across southeastern Pennsylvania, where she found much success. The next opportunity for the student from small-town Hatfield, Pennsylvania, was a chance to apply to become part of the United States women's national dodgeball team, as they prepared for the World Championship in Hong Kong.
So to apply for the national team, I had to do a lot of things. The first thing I had to do was make a highlight video of all my best games and make me look good, essentially. I had to write a full-page bio about the sport, how I help it, what I did with it, and all that. And then finally I just had to send in a video of me playing one game straight.
The 17-year-old would soon find out that she made the team, and then she traveled to the other side of the world to Hong Kong for the third year of the World Dodgeball Federation Championship. The American women would begin to string together wins on their march toward the final match.
We had a really good tournament overall. Not many losses any of our big matches. Not saying we went undefeated, but we did pretty good overall.
After finishing first in group play, the women's national team would move on to face the home team from Hong Kong for the title of world champions. The match would go down to the wire, but the Americans would prevail.
The final match was very tense in the first 20-minute round. China was up, we were down, but it was head and head, like neck and neck at the end. And then in the second half, we started to come back and we got a really big lead.
The title gave Fricker a first-place medal. However, it is also what happened away from the dodgeball arena that the Hatfield native will always remember.
It was amazing seeing different cultures and different things, especially like me being from suburban neighborhood America, like that's really generic. Meeting people from Australia and like Malaysia, it was such a like eye-opening experience. It was so nice to meet all of them. They're so great, everyone who was there, obviously.
Fricker's favorite moment of her entire journey takes her back to the dodgeball court.
I honestly would remember walking into the stadium for the day of the tournament. We walked in the front door, like I felt like a kid, and then I walked in there and I realized this is real, this is gonna happen. And it just like took my breath away looking at the stage.
The North Penn High School senior plans on applying for next year's United States women's national team when the tournament is held in Las Vegas, Nevada, in hopes of bringing home another world championship for the United States. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Chris Makoviak.
Mr. Bernero is here with students to discuss the Love Your Brother project. Mr. Bernero?
Yes, I am. Good morning, Alexa, and good morning, North Penn High School on this beautiful November day. We are here with Maddie Tanis and Emily Adelsberger, and we are talking about something that I just recently read about in the night prior, of all places,
Yes.
the Love Your Brother project. Tell us about it.
Yes, so Key Club is running the Love Your Brother project for the second year now to collect art supplies and school supplies and sports equipment for an elementary school down in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So there's collection boxes around the school, and the drive runs from now until November 21st.
Okay, so if I want to get involved, what do I do specifically? How do I bring stuff in and where do I put it?
Since the Love Your Brother project is being done through Key Club, you can get Key Club hours for bringing in donations. And there are forms outside Miss Law's office that you can fill out and hand in with your items. And then for every 3 items, excuse me.
You're excused.
Like crayons and pencils and other supplies. For every 3 of them, you get an hour. And then for big items like basketballs and soccer balls, you get 1 hour each.
Okay, and if I'm not in Key Club, even though I would love to be because I'd love to spend more time with Mrs. Law, if I'm not, I can still bring stuff in like I'm average Joe, right?
Yes, there's boxes in most first periods, and if there's not one in your first period, there should be one in your second period, or sometime throughout the day you should see a box.
Okay, good. Anything else?
There's a Key Club meeting next Tuesday, and donations can definitely be brought there as well.
All right, outstanding. So love your brother and help people who need the help that you can definitely give them here as we get close to the holiday season. Have a great day, North Penn. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Mr. Bernero. So, Alexa, you won't believe who's back.
Is it Fight the Night?
It is. He's here to challenge the student body to dodgeball.
How ready are you for another Dude Report?
So ready.
Well, the dudes are back in this week's Dude Report.
Hello and welcome to the Dude Report Challenge. I'm your host, Shane Dolan, of course. How about we meet our contestants? On our right, we have a man that people claim to be the Lord of Trivia, Mr. Brumbaugh.
Hello, nice to meet you.
That's enough. Now on our left, we have a fan favorite, Mr. Rimbaud. How are you doing today, Mr. Rimbaud? Quite intelligent.
The way our contestants gain points is by 1, getting the answer correct, 2, being Mikey Ramo, 3, style, and 4, being Mikey Ramo.
Alright, now it's time for our first question.
What is the act of flirting through a text-based medium?
Mr. Brumbaugh?
What is texting?
Incorrect. Mr. Ramo?
What is sliding into those DMs?
Correct! This guy's got natural talent.
Next question. What is the acronym that is used affectionately for a loved one?
Mr. Brumbaugh.
What is GF or BF?
Incorrect. What do those even stand for?
Girlfriend, boyfriend.
Oh, no. Mr. Ramo?
What is bae?
Correct. See, this
It's
guy...
a large body of water.
It's before any other.
Next question. What is the shortened term for brother used in common slang?
Mr. Brumbaugh.
What is bro?
If it was the 1970s, maybe.
What is bruh?
Correct, Mr. Ramo.
That's a female undergarment.
Alright, so our final question worth 1 billion points. So it's the only question that really does matter. It is, how many?
Oh yeah, I was tired last night. I didn't finish them all. My bad.
Okay. Your final question is, how many? Question mark. You have 30 seconds. Good luck. Yes. All right, time's up. What are your answers? Mr. Brumbaugh?
3.
Incorrect. Mr. Ramo?
How many crabs in a bushel?
Correct! If you go onto Google, it's the search engine site, and you type in how many, the first search option is how many crabs in a bushel. Bet you didn't know that. Now you do. Thanks for playing this week's Dude Report Challenge.
So, do you know Tara Soreman?
Yeah, she works for Night Crier.
Well, she's here to give you the Night Crier update.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Night Crier Update. I'm Tara Sorman. On the Night Crier this week, we have full coverage of last week's boys water polo tournament. Also on the site, we have a new fashion blog called Fabulous that will profile the latest trends in the fashion and beauty world. Also, we will be running a weekly comic, so keep an eye out for that. Coming up this week, is it really worth going out on Black Friday? Are the sales even that good? Read Molly Dooling's Black Friday article to find out. Don't forget to visit our webpage, nightcrier.org, for all news North Penn related, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Tara Sorman. This has been the Night Crier Update.
By the way, Alexa, how'd you like that dude report?
Oh my gosh, I love seeing Brumbaugh challenged. Speaking of which, Mr. Brumbaugh is back with the answer to this week's Brumbaugh challenge.
Hey, welcome back. The answer you've all been waiting for. The only U.S. military academy to lose students during a war was the United States Merchant Marine Academy. During World War II, they lost 142 students. Bet you didn't know that? Now you do. Thanks for playing this week's Brumbaugh Challenge.
There is no winner for this week's Brumbaugh Challenge.
That's all for this edition of Mornings. I'm Carlos Puentes.
And I'm Alexa Duffy. Have a great day, North Penn.